Okay, so this is us playing through the key of C. You'll have to rotate your phone maybe just so I can get more of the keys on for this, because we're going to be playing a bit bigger. So we're just going to talk through a few ideas in the key of C, like we mentioned. So remember, all of our keys are made up of 3 major triads, 3 minor triads, and then the diminished triad. So major, minor, minor, major, major, minor, diminished. And we was talking about playing just a 1-4-5. So you was kind of showing me this kind of something like that. You know, obviously you're doing a different rhythm, but we'll stick to this rhythm just for now. So there's a few different things you can do. Now you need to be careful with some of them because it matters what the melody's doing. So say for example, if your singer's playing this, say you've got a song on the C and the singer's going a da, and then you play this da. See, that's going to clash with the melody. So if I was, you know, doing a song and I know C's the top line, I'm going to play maybe something that's not going to have the B at the top of my voice, and I might, you know, do an add 9. Now we don't have the clash. Okay, so that's just something to consider. Like, all of these work great just in certain circumstances. So one way I think could really help you is thinking about playing other triads from C over the root notes. So for example, for a C chord, we can just play a G triad, and I'm going to put a G on the top. Okay, so that's a G triad. Think of it as a 5 over the 1. Okay? And then, when we go to the 4, we can play the 6. We could do it just as a normal 6. Like that, or we could do the like A minor 7. However we want. There, I'm playing it there. And that sounds like this. So could do to keep that G at the top. Okay, the G, there's not really the same type of triad you can put on the top to make it like an actual G, but one that you hear all the time is putting the 4 over the 5, and that gives you a dominant sus sound, which sounds like this. Okay, so that would be, let's say we're going to do that. So we're going to do the 5 over 1, and then A minor 7 over the 4, and then do that again. And that 4 over the 5 works if you play the 4 as a major 7 as well, so I'll show you that. It's got a nice sound to it. It's adding the 13 in, basically, of the G. So So that's just a way to get different sounds. There's obviously endless things you can do. One thing that's really nice is if you take that 4 and then make it a minor 4, that's over the 5. So we're going to play 5 over 1. Okay, so that's the G triad over there. We're going to play the A minor 7 over the F. And remember, with these, you can play all the different inversions. They're going to work just fine. See, anywhere. All of those are sound. Then this is where we play the 4, and then we're going to play the minor 4, and this is basically doing a flat 9 sound. let's do that. Let's get a bit of a kind of vibe. So we'll do like a bar per chord pretty much. So let's do it again. That there is a 6/9. That's just all inversions of G over the 1. Okay, that's doing like full chords, just 5 over 1, 6 over the 4, 4 over the 5, minor 4 over the 5, back to the 1. And that's not doing any like secondary dominance or anything like that. That's just keeping it simple. And you can do the same thing where you're doing these drop 2 voicings that we talked about. So that would sound like this. And then we're going to jump up from there. And then let's go to the F. That's all that sound. So we'll approach the 1 with a 4/5. So that's there. So that's just the F chord, then the G chord, then the 1. But you notice I'm taking the middle things out. So I'm playing this in the right hand. That's this. But I've taken out the middle notes. I just did a little run there. And I can go here. But I could also go. So let's do that. 4, 5, 1, and then a bit of a. That's the 5, but rootless. I mean, drop 2. 4, 6, 5, 4, and 1. So say you're starting a song with a singer. You're going to start maybe just nice and delicate. So we're going to do like a. We're going to go to 4. 5, 1. That's the same thing. Now we're going to do the bigger voicings. Back to the verse. Then back to the 4, 5, 1. that 1 we can substitute with a 6. So say our melodies at the top are going da, 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 it's just that kind of thing. I swapped the 1 for the 6. Just kind of vibing out there with all the different things that I kind of showed you. And then the next part, so it's obviously a bit of a long video, so feel, you can pause this wherever you want and just have a look through things. So the secondary dominants is what we was talking about. So these are where we play the 5. We treat basically in my head anyway, how I see it, I'm sure people see it in multiple different ways. The way I see it is like we treat every single note as the 1, basically. And we're just doing 5 1s, 5 1s, 5 1s. But obviously we're actually playing a progression. So let's say we was going to do like a 4 5 6 1. Okay? So we're going to do a 4. That's just a version of 4 that I'm going to play. 4 5 6 1 4 5 6 1. Now I'm going to treat every single one of those chords as a new 1, basically. And so this one, the F, our 5 of F is a C dominant. And if I play the flat 9, I get this diminished shape. Which remember we talked about in the lesson, we go half a step down and we play that diminished 7. Or we could do that anywhere. Yeah, the D, you can also just play a C7 as well. Like if you want it to sound a bit less edgy, that would sound like this. So let's do the C. We're at the final part of that progression, the 4 5 6 1. C. So what I did there is I went and did what's making it a dominant. Da, da, put it in the bass. And again, if we wanted to do this run, keep going down, let's take the 3 out of the 4, this 3rd, and put that there. We're doing some big runs, so it's like... whatever, after, do you get what I mean? Or we could just do a 4... sorry, the 1... Okay? The G, or the 5 in this case, there's 5 of the 5, but that's what I think of them all as 1s in a way, is a D. So that's a D dominant. So we could play D dominant like that. We could also play the D dominant flat 9 to the G. So that would sound like this. And then... I'm putting like the F sharp in the bass instead. Remember that kind of approaching. So that's that one. Or then our 6 is the A, and the 5 of the A is this E. But because it's a minor, we're going to do a flat 9. Normally sounds better, but this is also fine. So that's our normal E dominant, or that's our flat 9 sound. So I'll just do it normal. And And again, we can take the third of this E dominant and put it in the bass. Let's do, that's just normal E dominant. Let's do flat 9. That's all of those. And then for the C, that's our 5 of the C. And then we can do that as just a normal dominant or a flat 9. Back to the C. So let's just do all of those in every single one. It's a bit overkill, like you wouldn't do it. Well, I mean, if you're doing a big run at a certain big part, you might do them all. But I'll do them all just to show you. So we start on the 4. 4, and rather than just going 5, we're going to go 4, and I'm going to do D dominant. I'm going to put the F sharp, so we've got a nice bass line going up. Now we're going to do the same with this one. So let's do that again. 4. That's the back to the 4. So like that. And you can do that in, it's basically endless, do you know what I mean? It's like, basically it's just endless how you can approach that. So give that a go. Just keep it simple at first. Like say you're playing a progression, say let's do, I can't remember exactly what the one was before, but I think it was like this, wasn't it? It was like a, and then a, yeah, then a, so it's like da, to the 6, and you went da, 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 and then to the 4, right? So rather than having to do that every time, playing them every time, first do less. So first think, right, I'm going to just do normal progression. So that's the 1 to the 6, and then rather than go da, 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 just do 6. The first time, and then later on you might want to do the full shebang, which would be da, da. I know I'm getting the rhythm horribly wrong, so I apologise. And then that's sound, but maybe not every time, so let's keep it simple again. So let's go back to the 1 with the 4/5 to the man. So let's do that again. So C. Let's now add a bit more. Let's do this one. That was 2/5/1s galore, and it's all, that's all it is. 2/5/1, 2/5/1, 2/5/1, 2/5/1, 2/5/1, 2/5/1, 2/5/1. So hopefully that's made a bit of sense. There's a lot in there, and just break it down step by step. Play, things might make more sense, and really try and explore all those sounds in C. And then eventually, you know, give it a few, when you've got all your 2/5/1s together, major and minor, you're getting a good grip of it, then I think it's good for us to start looking at these, you know, the altered sounds. So rather than the 3, I'll show you one so you can add it in because it sounds so good. So this is if you're playing in C and you go into the 6. So you'd think of this as a 7-3-6. So you're going to do this. You're going to play, okay, that's the voicing, okay, that we do for the 7. And then this is the voicing. Such a nice voice in there. So what is that? Well, it's an E dominant with the sharp 9. What? It's such a great sound. And if you want to add a bit more, you can put the sharp 5. Both are fine. And then this is where it gets nice. We basically do this. We play these 3 notes. This is for the A chord. So that's there, and we go like slide off this G sharp. We do that, we go. And underneath, we're going to support that with a. So that's an A, E, and a G. Okay? Such a great sound you can do. I'll show you in a sec. So I was meant to stop that video a minute ago, but I'm committed. So I'm committed to this idea now. So we do this. Yes, that's it. So all I did here, rather than just going straight to there, that G sharp, D, G, I just went da, da, da. And that's what I was talking about when I was saying you're going to do little bits of scales all the time. You do it in 6s. You know what I mean? That type of thing all the time. And then we go. And then you can do the same idea that you had when you was playing the other song. We went. That kind of flat 6 and then the 2, 5, 1 in F. And do that with this voicing. And everything's going to move down a semitone. Okay, so that's there. Everything moves down. Everything moves down. And you're going to do this. So that's da, 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 da. And that is our C dominant flat 9, and it's got the 13 in, so it's like a C13 flat 9. See the diminished 7 shape in there? The C and the A. This might be a bit of a stretch for you at first, but you can maybe do that. That's just going down. And then finish on the F. Let's do that. And then we'll leave it there. So 7, 3, 6, 6. We go down, we go like down, 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 and do a 2, 5, 1 in F. Let's do it. There we go, that's it. I'll do it again. And you can do that however you want. Or one more time. And this, like, you can do this it doesn't have to be that. You can do that. You can even go down. You could go like how to do that, yeah. Yeah, so one more time. So there, that's that. So loads in there in the key of C. So, you know, break this down into parts. Don't feel like, oh, this is like so much work, and you can like compile it over months and months. So see how you get on with that, but really focus in on getting those 2, 5, 1s down as well. Any questions on this, just hit me up on WhatsApp and I'll just message. I can send you another video if I did something too fast or something that makes sense. Right, awesome. I'll see you in a couple of weeks. So good luck with everything.